Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
तो हेलो 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 चैप्स, कैसे हो आप सब। मैं आपसे चुका हूँ एक और न्यू लास्टिंग के साथ वापस से कुछ दिनों बाद लेकिन आ चुका हूँ। और उसका एक रीज़न है कि मैं इतने दिनों बाद क्यों आया हूँ। उसका रीज़न ये है कि मेरी गलती नहीं थी। मैं स्ट्रीम करने आया था, लेकिन मेरा ब्रॉडबैंड जो जिससे मैं स्ट्रीम मतलब जिससे मैं नेट चलाता हूँ वो एक तरह से ख़राब हो गया था। तो मुझे उसको चेंज करने में 3 दिन लग गए। फिर उसके बाद फिर उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो गई, चेंज किया तो, लेकिन उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो गई कि जो सर्वर था वो डाउन चल रहा था 2 दिन तक। तो यही चीज़ हुआ। तो फाइनली हम लोग आ चुके हैं, सब कुछ सही होगा। कल मैंने बैठ के भाई साहब से जो सर्वर वाले हैं उनसे, ब्रॉडबैंड वाले हैं, उनको बैठा के अच्छे से, मतलब बैठा के नहीं, अच्छे से नहीं मतलब उनको ज़बरदस्ती बोल के, बहुत ज़्यादा फोर्स करके मैंने उन लोग को मनाया कि भाई करो यार, जल्दी करो यार, स्ट्रीम करनी है। तो उन्होंने किसी तरह किया सब कुछ फिटफाट, और कल ये रात में सही हुआ। कल रात 10 या 11 बजे सही हो गया ये, और उसके बाद से एकदम सही चल रहा है। तो होपफुली सही चले। और हम लोग वापस आ चुके हैं गनशिन इम्पैक्ट के साथ। तो उससे पहले मैं बता दे रहा हूँ, मैं गेम नहीं छुपाया, मैं गेम खोल ही नहीं पाया। अगर तुम लोगों को लग रहा होगा मैं खोला था, मैंने नहीं खोला था, बिल्कुल भी नहीं। मैंने इस गेम को छुआ तक नहीं है उसके बाद से, इसीलिए क्योंकि नेट नहीं चल रहा था। और ये गेम ऐसा है कि बिना नेट के चलता भी नहीं है। तो ठीक है, कुछ नहीं कर सकते हम लोग। और एक सेकंड रुको, सर्वे और मांग रहा है परमानेंट। ओके, शायद ओके सर्वे करने में मिलेगा ये सब, ठीक है कोई दिक्कत नहीं। कर ले क्या, करते हैं थोड़ा, कर लेते हैं सर्वे ऐसे ही। एक्सपायर वैसे भी होने वाला है ये, तो कर लेते हैं, नहीं तो मैं भूल जाऊंगा। ओके एक सेकेंड, तो मुझे बस मेल पीसी नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट बेस्ट डिस्क्राइब योर पार्टिसिपेट्स इन गेम। आई नेवर हर्ड ऑफ दिस इवेंट। हाँ मैंने नहीं सुना है, मुझे देखना पड़ेगा। Why have you not pursued? Okay, sorry. क्योंकि I missed an earlier part of event, so I don't want to pursue. हैं? ये कौन सा बात हुई? I haven't reached rank. I event gameplay isn't exciting enough. ये कह देते हैं, ये सही रहेगा। ओके, थैंक यू। चलो ये तो मिल गया, अब इसको भी कर लेते जल्दी जल्दी। हाँ तुम लोगों को थोड़ा बोरिंग लगेगा कि मैं सर्वे क्यों कर रहा हूँ। मैं सर्वे इसीलिए कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं जल्दी मिस ना कर दूँ इसको, क्योंकि जानते हो बहुत जल्दी मुझे नहीं मिलता है ये सारी चीज़ें। जो फॉलोइंग टाइप ऑफ कंप्यूटर एंड कंसोल डू यू मेनली लाइक टू प्ले? हाँ, ओपन वर्ल्ड गेम्स और कार्ड गेम्स और टर्न बेस्ड आरपीजी गेम्स, जबकि मैंने ये परसोना नहीं खेला है। माइनक्राफ्ट खेल सकता हूँ, कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी मैंने खेली है, शूटिंग गेम्स। प्लांट वर्सेस zombies भी कभी कभी। ओके ठीक है, जितने गेम्स ओके ये कर देता हूँ। बट डेविल में क्राई तो खेला ही हूँ मैं, ले लो। ओके ठीक है। मुझे तो फॉलोइंग गेम्स हैव यू प्लेड? नहीं, होन का ही इम्पैक्ट नहीं खेला, इसके बारे में मैंने सुना है, ये गनशिन इम्पैक्ट की तरह ही है, लेकिन नहीं खेला है मैंने 3D। टेल्स ऑफ विंड, मैंने इन सब में से कोई गेम नहीं खेला यार, नन ऑफ द अबव। वन मंच मैन विथ एनिमे, वो एनिमे तो मैं बहुत ढेर सारे देखा हूँ, ड्रैगन बॉल, नारुतो और वन पीस, डीमन स्लेयर, और क्या क्या नहीं देखा हूँ, रुको जरा। स्पाई एंड फैमिली भी देख रहा था मैं बीच में, लेकिन अभी मुझे टाइम नहीं मिल रहा उसको देखने के लिए। बाकी बाकी क्या ये, बस इतना ही देखा हूँ मैं। गेम हैव यू, गोस्ट ऑफ त्सुशिमा खेला है मैंने, डेवलपमेंट का खेला है मैंने, फैंटास्टिक ये नहीं खेला, साइबरपंक खेला है मैंने, होराइजन खेला है। होराइजन मेरी बहन ने खेला है, लेकिन सुना है मैंने, देखा है मैंने। असासिन क्रीड ओरिजिन खेला है मैंने। गन GTA मुझे उतना पसंद नहीं है, लेकिन मैं देखता ज़रूर हूँ। मुझे उतना इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं लगता, मतलब मज़ा नहीं आता। रेड डेड खेलना है, लेकिन रेड डेड है नहीं। परचेज़ करने के लिए बहुत बहुत महंगी गेम है यार वो। ओके विच आर द फॉलोइंग गेम्स। हेलो सोना जी, कैसे हो ब्रो? 30 आवर्स तो भाई साइबर पंक, ओरिजिन, डेविल मे क्राई और भाई रुक जाओ यार, इसको कंप्लीट कर ले जल्दी जल्दी, क्योंकि इसको मैं भूल जाता हूँ हमेशा। इंक्लूडिंग गनशिन इम्पैक्ट एंड अदर गेम्स, यूजर सोर्स इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट न्यू गेम्स। हाँ यूट्यूब, इंस्टाग्राम, टिकटॉक से नहीं, मोबाइल ट्विच से, ट्विच में चलाता हूँ, स्नैपचैट से, फेसबुक, ट्विटर, ट्विच नहीं चलाता सॉरी, ट्विटर चलाता हूँ, ट्विच में उतना नहीं कनेक्टेड हूँ। सब्सक्रिप्शन, व्हाट अ मेन फैक्टर यू लुक फॉर व्हेन लूजिंग अ न्यू गेम, व्हेन चूजिंग अ न्यू गेम? हाँ, गेम इज़ पॉपुलर। गेम पॉपुलर है तब और मज़ा आता है। द गेम से फंक्शन मल्टीपल प्लेटफॉर्म, ना ना ना। गुड न्यूज़ नो, गुड रिव्यू नो, कैन प्ले इन मल्टीप्लेयर नो, नो नो, गुड ग्राफिक क्वालिटी यस, टीम एंड वर्ल्ड बिल्डिंग based on character or story I am familiar with. Nah. My friend recommended and I have friend playing. No. The game core gameplay. ये सही है. I don't need to invest too much time in the game. What the hell? ये आंसर रखा ही क्यों है इसमें? Ah, the game is produced by developer I pay attention to. The game art style. ये लिख सकते हैं. Theme and world building. हाँ ठीक है. Okay, which are the main thing you enjoy when you play games? Completing quest and gaining achievement? ना, मुझे एकदम पसंद नहीं ये चीज़. जबकि लेकिन गनशिन में है ये. Immersing myself in a game वर्ड, ये बढ़िया लगता है मेरे को. एकदम गेम में घुस जाता हूँ मैं. Cooperating with other players? ना. Understanding the story and lore? Yes. Destroying things and creating chaos freely? No. Create new content in the game freely. Maybe competing with other. हाँ. Improving my abilities and overcome difficulties in the game. Yes. Solving puzzle by thinking and reasoning. ना. पजल मुझे पसंद है लेकिन उतना नहीं. गेटिंग द थ्रिल थ्रू रियल टाइम एक्शन कॉम्बैट, ये बढ़िया लगता है मेरे को. कलेक्टिंग अपग्रेडिंग लेवल एट्रीब्यूट्स, ट्रैवलिंग द वर्ल्ड एडवेंचर सीनरी, थिंकिंग अबाउट एंड चूजिंग स्ट्रैटेजी. नहीं. ओके, अप टू 4. अपार्ट फ्रॉम गंशिन इम्पैक्ट व्हाट अदर गेम्स हैव यू प्लेड इन द पास्ट 6 मंथ? ओह ओफ 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 ओफ. पास्ट 6 मंथ में मैंने कोई गेम नहीं खेला ऐसा. माइनक्राफ्ट मैंने खेला था और कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी एपेक्स लेजेंड खेला था मैंने. और ओपन वर्ल्ड गेम्स खेला था मैंने, जैसे वो हो गई होराइजन. और कैंडी क्रश तो खेलता ही रहता हूँ मैं. कैंडी क्रश आया और बाकी सब चीज़ें खेलता रहता हूँ मैं. एनिमी गेम्स कह सकते हैं. चलो ठीक है. वेयर डिड यू फर्स्ट हेयर अबाउट गंशिन इम्पैक्ट? अरे यार ये तो बहुत ईजी है. इंस्टाग्राम, ट्विटर सबसे पहले ट्विटर में. नहीं, ट्विटर में मैंने नहीं सुना था, मैंने वहाँ पे सुना था. एक सेकंड, यूट्यूब पे सुना था. ट्विटर में तो बाद में देखा था मैंने. व्हाट वर द मेन फैक्टर दैट अट्रैक्ट यू ट्राइंग टू एक्सपीरियंस गंशिन? ये क्यों है यार, ये क्यों है इतना बड़ा? ये तो सर्वर में पहले भी दे चुका हूँ, ये बार बार क्यों देना पड़ता है? कैन बी प्लेड इन कोऑप मोड. हाँ ट्रू है. गुड म्यूजिक, गुड वॉइस एक्टिंग. आई वॉज अट्रैक्टेड बाई थीम एंड लोर. कह सकते हैं द गेम इज़ पॉपुलर. द graphic quality is good. Nah. The anime art style has action element. I like the character. ये भी पसंद है मुझे. चलो कोई ना, इसको कंप्लीट करना है यार. चले कितना क्वेश्चन बताए. What are your main long term goal in Genshin Impact currently? Level up my character बस. What are the most enjoyable aspect of your Genshin Impact gameplay? Playing through the story quest? ना. स्टोरी quest तो मुझे पसंद ही नहीं. Fighting monster in an open world, collecting characters, visiting different nation, playing through finding opening chest in the world. Okay ठीक है, हो गया. थैंक यू. पेंशन वालों, अगर मुझे नहीं दिया. हाँ दे दिया. बताओ 50 इसके लिए मुझे दिमाग खराब करना है. सर्वे कंप्लीट कर रहा हूँ बैठ के. ओके.
Manthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
बहुत
But
ज़्यादा
where are
तेज.
those who share the memory?
बहुत ज़्यादा तेज है मेरे लिए. ओके, मैं थोड़ा लेट हूँ क्योंकि हमेशा की तरह मैंने बताया पहले, मेरी गलती नहीं थी ये इस बार भी. लेकिन कोई दिक्कत नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. हम लोग यही करने वाले हैं. और अभी तो मैं ये सब नहीं करने वाला, मैं छोड़ रहा हूँ इसको. देखा जाएगा जब होगा तो होगा. अभी मैं यही करने वाला फॉरेन कॉली. ठीक है. लेकिन उससे पहले हम लोग कुछ देख लेते हैं. ये सारी चीज़ें हैं. ये रेस्टोरेंट भी आया है कुछ. ओ गान्यू आई है क्या? गान्यू आई है. डोरी भी आ गई. ओ डोरी आ गई. अंजलि 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 अंजलि। आओ देखते हैं डोरी को। मुझे देखना है कैसी है। अगर डोरी सही होगी तो भाई एक बार तो विश करना बनता है। डोरी मुझे चाहिए, उसकी आवाज़ सुननी है भाई एक बार। देखते हैं अंजलि ने कैसा वॉइस एक्ट किया है उसमें। लेट्स गो। एक सेकंड स्टार्ट देख ले इसके। ओह, सेक्रीफिशियल गेट शॉट, ठीक है। हाँ ये तो नोब्लेस ओब्लेस ही देते हैं इसको। टैलेंट्स क्या है? 888। हाँ हाँ, मैजिकल इलेक्ट्रो, ठीक है। मुझे बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं। अरे बड़ा
Try not to enjoy this too much.
डोरी के पावर बहुत अच्छी है, पर डोरी कॉम्बैट अच्छा नहीं कर पा रही है। तो उसकी ये कर सकते हैं हम लोग, उसको उसके पावर एक्टिवेट करके उसको स्विच कर सकते हैं, तो ज़्यादा डैमेज होगा। तो ठीक ठाक कैरेक्टर मिली है, मतलब ठीक ठाक कैरेक्टर ही है, ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं उससे। ओके लेट्स गो। फाइनली हम लोग आर्कन क्वेस्ट करने वाले हैं, और होपफुली आज मैं स्पाइडरमैन शायद खेलूं, क्योंकि स्पाइडरमैन का एक मैं उसको ऑफलाइन खेलने की कोशिश कर रहा था। एक सेकंड, यहाँ पे वो है, अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूँ तो। यहीं पे है ना, किधर है? सिटी, ये रहा। ओके डेंड्रोकुलस, यस। एक सेकंड और दे दो मुझे, बस एक सेकंड दे दो, तुम लोग को अभी स्टोरी देखने को मिल जाएगी। थोड़ा एक्सप्लोर कर लूँ क्या क्या। अच्छा डोरी के लिए मुझे करना पड़ेगा एक बार, आओ करके देखते हैं।
Boats are made for transferring commodities.
ओके चलो स्टोरी चलते हैं
And those
सीधा, और इसको कंप्लीट करते हैं। बहुत टाइम हो गया।
Osman,
यप,
this wine tastes the same as I remember.
This is order.
क्यों क्यों भाई क्यों? जोंगली, वैसे जोंगली की गलती नहीं, मेरी गलती है, पर फिर भी क्यों? चलो स्टोरी।
All right, next let's see your right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful.
और हाँ टिंगारी चला गया है,
Understand?
मुझे पता है टिंगारी चला गया है,
Yes, I will.
उसके लिए मुझे
Right
बोलना
away,
मत।
Master. I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
वैसे एक चीज़ तो है, ट्रैवलर को कुछ तो दिक्कत है, मतलब एरिया से।
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought
और ये भी सवाल है कि डेंड्रो कैरेक्टर अभी तक दिखा क्यों नहीं, तो ये भी एक सवाल है।
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh?
हालांकि एक दिखा
In
था,
that case, perhaps Kale
जितना
could take you two for a
बाइजू
patrol
था,
south of Gandharvaville for
पर
the
फिर
day.
भी
And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the Seven.
Tanari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me. So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger. Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way!
ओके।
You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
ओके
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly.
कौन सा लैंप?
Let me make a note of it.
ये लैंप है क्या? बड़ा स्ट्रेंज लैंप है।
No problems with this lamp. Good.
ये लैंप है, कुछ ज़्यादा ही अनयूजुअल लैंप है। ओके, यहाँ पे एक वो है, प्लस विंडो प्लस, मैं ले लेता हूँ नहीं तो भूल जाऊँगा। ये रहा। अरे इसको ओपन करने का तरीका होगा। ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, मत ओपन हो। जाना किधर है? ओह,
The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there. Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas.
oh ये चीज़
By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like? That
Whoosh.
depends.
वो
Are you
शी है
referring
क्या?
to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or
That is
Lesser Lord
quest log.
Kusanali? Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Okay, bro.
Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon? Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro
रुका
Archon.
देवता।
She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness.
हाँ,
Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great
ये
calamity
चीज़
that
इंटरेस्टिंग
occurred
है।
a few hundred years ago.
ओह, ये दोनों चीज़ इंटरेस्टिंग है। मतलब रेडन रेडन से काफी ज्यादा मतलब उसकी जो बहन थी ना
According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate
Acha,
the
newly born.
reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sirastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
ये वही बेसिक कैरेक्टर्स है जिनको कुछ नहीं
I'm
पता
not too
होता
sure.
लेकिन बाद में आएंगे अच्छे
Aren't
अच्छे
you
कैरेक्टर
from
जिनको सब कुछ पता होगा
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
जैसे हम लोग स्टार्टिंग में जब मॉन्स्टर आए थे तो हमको एम्बर मिली थी जिसको कुछ नहीं पता था लेकिन उसके बाद केया मिला
Difficult to discuss
उसके
this
बाद
topic with
लीजा मिली
strangers. If that's the
उन लोगों को
case,
बहुत कुछ
then
पता था
don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
ये एम्बर की बात कर रही है
Wait, Amber? You mean
उसकी बहन है क्या एम्बर आउटराइडर ऑफ नाइट ऑफ
Yes,
फोबनियस
that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during
अच्छा
that
उसके
time.
दोस्त है
You could even say that she helped me become a new person.
ओके
There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also
मैं एम्बर की
very
ही बात कर रहा था ये
understanding of others.
एम्बर ले भी आई
She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and...
याद कर रही है
sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure.
You really like
You
Amber
really like Amber.
Bro
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
ये भी तो हो सकता है कि एम्बर को देखा देखी अपना
That's all right,
एक तरह
Kale.
से तेज
Knowing
चलाने
that you're
लगी
a friend of Amber
हो
somehow makes
सकता है
Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters.
ओह
In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two
वाह
were
भाई
the ones she
हर जगह
mentioned
हम
in
लोग
the
की
letter
वाहवाही
the
हो रही
moment
है
I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
So that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Ginger
She
Archon,
was saved by
but
Amber
I have
when
been
she
away from
was
Sumeru
kid
for some time,
ओह
and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
तो इसका मतलब ये डेंडो जितने भी कैरेक्टर्स हैं डेंडो कैरेक्टर्स वो कभी ना कभी मॉन्स्टर लुए और इनाजुमा गए हैं लेकिन वो वापस आ गए
I'm happy that was helpful.
वो क्यों मुझे नहीं
There
समझ
is
में आ
one
रहा है
thing I want to ask though.
वहाँ
Why do
के
you two want to
ट्रेजेडी
know
या
about
फिर
the Ginger
कुछ
Archon?
किसी चीज से बचने के लिए
So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
ओके
Mention it. We are friends after all, right?
Paimon right we are friends
All right. We have a statue to clean.
okay
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
ओके पूरा काम मेरे पे छोड़ दी लेट्स गो मुझे इसको क्लीन करना है
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is
ओ भाई भाई भाई
kinda
भाई
small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
मुझे लग रहा है यही है
The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later.
बाद में पता ही चल जाएगा सही बात है
Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean
You and Paimon, okay.
Nice work. That's
Okay.
one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with.
रुक जाओ, एक चीज़ और करना था मुझे एक बार इसको चेंज करके
This
देखना है कि
world is
कैसा है.
full of unsolved
Only Twilly came
mysteries.
from Mondstadt after being saved to Sumeru. Other Dendro characters still live in Sumeru. Why? क्यों भाई? किस लिए ये लोग रह रहे थे यहाँ पे? मतलब ऐसा क्या है इस जगह पे? मतलब अच्छा ठीक है, वैसे ब्यूटीफुल तो है लेकिन फिर भी ओके, एक बार डेंडो बन के देखते हैं.
Scatter!
ओके. Since it is their home. ये बात थोड़ी हजम नहीं होती भाई. देखो क्योंकि सबका एक कहीं ना कहीं घर है, तो इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी ना है कि सब छोड़ के चले आए. मतलब होता है, ट्रैवल तो करते ही है ना. पर डेंडो करेक्टर एक भी नहीं दिखा हम लोग को बाइजू के अलावा. तो ये सवाल नहीं उठता कि इन लोग आए क्यों नहीं, मतलब उधर मतलब इस जगह से कहीं और क्यों नहीं गए. अभी क्यों दिख रहे हैं हम लोग को सिर्फ.
You must be tired after all that climbing.
और यहाँ तो इतना पता है कि हर जगह डेंडो
I brought some
दिखेंगे.
food and water for us.
अभी तक एक भी डेंडो नहीं दिख रहा था. अब इतने
What
डेंडो
kind of
दिखेंगे कि
goodies
पूछो
did you
मत.
bring?
I'm on some restrained place.
Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them.
Pita pockets.
Whoops! Ah, no! You dropped it on the ground! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
Don't know, ask Paimon. Hey Paimon. बता भाई, बहन छोटी बच्ची.
Those
Comprehensive
pitas are
food.
amazing. You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called,
Amu something.
Something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time,
That's
saying,
it.
Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
That does sound like something Tingari would say. Speaking of his hair, I really like to pet them. Yeah, man.
I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest.
He was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling.
भाई म्यूजिक यार.
Why? Is she going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kale's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
ओ भाई साहब क्या की? हाँ कॉली what's the matter?
Sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't
कितना
mean
सो
that.
सके चिल्ला रही थी.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to
Gandalf.
Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Suspicious.
What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her.
ओके तो इसका मतलब कुछ तो बात है जो छुपा रही है. तुमान आयराज रिटर्न टू गंधर्व मिले. तरीना
The rainforest climate is far more pleasant than that of the desert.
Ah, traveler,
नशरीन.
you've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
और स्ट्रेंजर.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
ओके वेट टुमारो. ठीक है. 8 बजे 8 बजे 8 बजे 8 बजे. हाँ ठीक है.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here?
तो
Where's
टाइनारी
Kale?
इसको बोलते हैं लेकिन
I
टिंगनारी
came
मैं
to
बोल
check
रहा
on
हूँ.
Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
हैं? अचानक क्या हुआ इसको?
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No, no need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself.
क्या हुआ उसको?
I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
ओके तो ये हमें बताएगा क्या हुआ है इसको, क्यों ऐसा अजीब सा ये बिहेव कर रही है. ऊपर जाना ही नीचे जाना है, इधर जाना है.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we?
Yep.
To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
Okay.
That sounds terrifying.
That will lose all control over your body.
Wait,
तभी शायद
hold
हो
on.
सकता है कि
So when Kale
यहाँ के
seemed to
लोग
be
यहीं रहते
acting a
होंगे.
little
ये भी तो
clumsy earlier,
मतलब एक तरह से
it
क्लैरिफाई
was
कर दिया गया है
because
कि एक तरह से डिजीज है
Correct.
इस जगह पे.
That would be the effects of
यहाँ पे
Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding
और यहाँ पे बहुत
anything,
कॉमन है ये,
lest she ends up hurting herself.
क्योंकि ऐसा ही बोला इसने ना स्टार्टिंग में. So is there any cure for Elazar?
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar.
हाँ सही बात है, एक तरह से ये
Nevertheless,
क्लियर कर
Kale's
सकता है.
mother still
तभी
hoped
यहाँ के
there
लोग
was
यहीं पे
something
रह
out
रहे हैं
there.
और कहीं नहीं गए.
She handed Kale over to an
और बाइजू इसीलिए
organization
गया
known as
क्योंकि वो
the
डॉक्टर
THANKU
है.
after one of their members lied
वो अपने आप को
and
ठीक कर
said they had
सकता
a
है.
cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you're already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to
पर
appear
वो फिटेरे के साथ
cheerful,
तो नहीं है.
but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh,
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
हाँ वाली condition
Well,
ना
it's
हो.
not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Wait, can we come along?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problem.
Let's go then.
Okay.
Hey, Tainari? to find this plant?
ओके, तो ये काफ़ी बड़ी जगह है और इस जगह पे शायद डेजर्ट होगा, मे बी, शायद नहीं, शायद इस जगह पे, पर वो देखना पड़ेगा। और ये भी कुछ है, चेस्ट टाइप, उलमान। ओके, अभी तो यहाँ चलते हैं।
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
नीलोट पाला।
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. You Paimon, never bring up the topic of flowers with Kainari.
ये तो कुछ बढ़िया था, फंगस दिया इसने। नीचे आ भाई। ते कहाँ छुपा रहा है? अब नहीं मार पा रहा, पता नहीं क्यों।
Shine down.
ओके, पिंक पिंक कुछ है।
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching.
नीलोट पाला।
If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
ओके,
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Kainari.
यहाँ पे भी कुछ है, ले लेते हैं। ओके,
Hey Kainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
वहाँ पे उतने ही थे।
It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
हाँ, आमिर। हेलो आमिर।
Oh, Kainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's him. Let's go find out what's going on.
क्या बोला यार? आमिर। Goodness.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear
अभी
enough
कुछ नहीं
view to
समझ में आ रहा है
tell.
लोग क्या बात कर रहे
No
हैं।
one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist
Amir
the
बोल रहा है
withering's
इसको, लेकिन
corrosive
आमिर
effects for a time.
अच्छा आमिर भी हो
That's
सकता है
right.
इसे।
If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and
ये
find a way
भाई
to deal
विजन
with
की
it.
बात ही मत करो, ये विजन से बहुत ज़्यादा पावरफुल है. I might be able to help with this. I can also control the elements.
But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right.
अब जब पता था
you two
तेरे
may
के तब क्यों नहीं
accompany-
भेज रहा था मेरे को? अरे एकदम क्या बोलूं एकदम.
We typically only teach
जो उसको
visitors
पता
how to
है कि मैं
identify the
विजन के
withering as
बिना
they're about
अच्छा
to leave
खासा लड़ सकता
Gandharvaville.
हूँ, तो फिर
We'll
ऐसा
make
क्यों
an
बोला ये?
exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
अब यहाँ आई तो ले ही लेते हैं. द वेदरिंग ना, यहीं पे कहीं है हो रहा.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
Okay, तो tumors of weathering को ढूंढना है.
Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of
अच्छा
thing.
ठीक है
after
दिखा
all.
तो पहले क्या है.
Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready
Okay.
then? Let's go.
Okay. कुछ तो मतलब एक तरह से सांस रुकेगी मेरी.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Okay. अच्छा ये एक तरह से वही है.
Scatter! Illusion shattered!
तो ये हो नहीं रहा है. Collect dendro, then attack them with. Okay. तो इसको कलेक्ट करने के बाद मारना है ना. सही कर रहा हूँ ना, कोई गड़बड़ कर रहा हूँ. अच्छा इसको मारना है क्या. एक सेकंड रुको यार.
Be still.
There is no escape!
मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कैसे करना है.
Stabilize.
Shine down!
मैं इनको मार रहा हूँ बस, इनके अलावा कुछ अगर दिखेगा तो देखता हूँ।
Illusion shattered. Ha ha.
ना, ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है। रुको एक सेकंड, में समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। इसको इकट्ठा करना है। नहीं, हेल्प टिंगारी क्लियर द वेदरिंग जोन, तो ये तो मैंने कर लिया। कलेक्ट डेंड्रो करना। डेंड्रो करना क्या है? देन अटैकिंग वेदरिंग ब्रांचेस विथ चार्ज अटैक और ओके। वेदरिंग ब्रांचेस यही है ना? ना, ये होगा शायद। व्हाट? मुझे अभी भी समझ नहीं आ रहा, क्या मैं कुछ गड़बड़ कर रहा हूँ क्या? ओह, भाई वो चमक रहा है। एम शॉट। एक सेकेंड, एम शॉट क्यों बोल रहा है ये? चार्ज अटैक से भी तो हो सकता है। एक सेकंड रुको यार, इन लोगों का कभी कभी मुझे समझ में नहीं आता है। मेरे पास तीर धनुष वाला कौन था यार? एम्बर है ना? एम्बर, और कोई नहीं है। रुको यार, एक बार टच करना। हो गया। ओके, एक और है, ये रहा।
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
मर गया, एम्बर मर गई। वैसे ताकत जाएंगे।
Inazuma shines eternal.
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
ओके, ये थोड़ा मुश्किल है। एम्बर मर गई भाई, उसकी पता नहीं क्या पावर लगी है, एम्बर मर गई
Thanks
तुरंत।
to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Is there no way to permanently get rid of the withering?
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world.
Huh?
By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Irminsul? No, I haven't. I think I heard it somewhere before.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Spreading and extending a massive cavern sounds a lot like
Ley
what-
lines continually absorb the
Pade na
memories of this
paya.
world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering,
डेंड्रो
its
आर्कॉन से मिलना
emergence
है
is
भाई एक बार
related to a disease
देखना
that's
उसकी वो
affecting
कैसा
it.
करेक्टर है कैसे लड़ता है मज़ा आएगा ना क्योंकि तभी तो हम लोग वेंटी जोंगली रेडन से कंपेयर कर पाएंगे इसको कि अच्छा खासा है डेंड्रो करेक्टर डेंड्रो आर्कॉन you mean
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago.
कति पता
But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
ओके पर मैं और एक्सप्लोर करना चाहता हूँ थोड़ा मुझे टाइम दे दे थोड़ा सा टाइम दे दे प्लीज़ प्लीज़ भाई मेरा एक सेकेंड एम्बर तो गई चेंज करो इसको
This world is full of
अच्छा मैं भूल गया यार यहाँ पे स्टैमिना कम है ना ये क्या है भाई महल वहल लग रहा किसी का यहाँ पे किसी का महल वहल है यहाँ पे जस्ट यहीं पे अननोन ओके
Leave it to me. Just what will become a
ये बहुत सही तरीका है यार ट्रैवल करने का मज़ा आ रहा है इसमें
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that?
हैं कुकू
Oh no, Hypatia!
अपेशिया
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
वो यहाँ भी कुत्ते हैं.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out.
Huh?
Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
It's light and refreshing fragments.
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that she'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that she would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
What I saw weren't hallucination, were they?
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize
उसको
for
किस तरह का
deceiving
ड्रीम
you.
आया उसको सोच
Because
के
what you
गिर गई.
saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsol. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsol itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of spirit borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsol, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
Oh, तो ये तोता हपीशा नहीं है, हपीशा कोई और है. हैं? अच्छा उसका लेटर आया होगा हपीशा का. तो ये तोते से बात करें? बात करेगा ये?
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy.
Okay,
Also,
हपीशा कोई और
here's
है.
a letter that
वो
I would
औरत
like
है
you
जो
to
हम लोग
give
को
to
मिली
her.
थी स्टार्टिंग में.
Just show it to her and she'll
अभी
answer
तोते का
any
नाम कुछ और
questions
है.
you may have.
मुझे लगा तोते का नाम हपीशा है.
No. I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
अबे 2 ही दिन तू आया हुए.
Hypatia should still be in the cave.
2 ही दिन हुआ मुझे आए हुए और ये इतनी तारीफ मार दिया. ओके हपीशा, आओ देखे तुम्हारा क्या दिक्कत है.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the
हैं? कुछ तो था अंदर। अरे पाइमोन छोड़ के चली गई मेरे को। ओह, बेहोश हो गई। ये क्या चला आ रहा है? कुछ भी हो रहा है। ये क्या चला आ रहा है? ओ, अब मुझे समझ में आया, ये पौधा मुझे बेहोश किया था। ये पौधे जैसा जो बच्चा है, बच्चा कह रहे हैं, पिल्ला है। ये पौधे जैसा जो पिल्ला है, ये मुझे बेहोश किया था शायद। और शायद मैं इस बार फिर बेहोश हो गया हूँ। नहीं, सब तो ठीक है।
Here you are. Hypatia, are you alright?
हंग्री।
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first.
हुआ क्या? वो गया कहाँ?
Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
हुआ क्या बे अचानक?
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we?
ये हुआ क्या? Relax, Paimon. There must be a logical explanation for
Really?
all this.
Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
मुझे भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा हुआ क्या अचानक।
Wow, this place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Stabilize. I will have order. Be still.
ओके, एक सेकंड, ये क्या है?
Scatter.
यहाँ पे भी कुछ है लेकिन दिख नहीं रहा। हैं? ज्यादापंती?
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
कुछ ज्यादा ही मिस्ट्री नहीं दिखा रहे ये लोग। क्या मैं ट्रेवल कर रहा हूँ क्या एक जगह से दूसरी जगह? ओह, मैं अंदर आ गया। अरे यार, मेरा कीबोर्ड काम नहीं कर रहा. Okay, hello guys.
Shine down!
Propagate! Spring forth!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
This is order. Solidify.
Torn to oblivion!
हाँ रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा. ए नीचे रह गया कुछ. ये किसी का डोमेन है यार, किस तरह का. नीचे रह गया कुछ. क्यों यार क्यों. एक सेकंड, मुझे वापस जाना है. क्या मुझे वापस भेज सकते हो तुम लोग प्लीज. मैं यहाँ से यहाँ गया था, यहाँ गया था, यहाँ गया था ना. नहीं यहाँ गया था. हाँ वापस जा रहा हूँ एक बार फिर से. मैं भटक गया. शिट. ये था. ओके. ओ भाई मिल गया. अब चलना है, चलो. ये उतना ज़्यादा बनती है. इन्वेस्टिगेट अ कोर्टयार्ड फॉर डाउन द कोर्ट.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look
क्या है? कुछ ज़्यादा ही अलग डोमेन है इसका, मतलब थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन है लेकिन फिर भी बहुत ज़्यादा अलग है। ये देखो जादू पंती होने लगती है। हाँ सामने कोई था। ओह एविस हेरल्ड, वापस मिल गए हम लोग। मेरा भाई भी यहीं कहीं होगा।
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
हैं फाइटिंग?
Bow before the abyss.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered.
Mind the deluge. I will have order. Rise.
Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
This is order. Solidify.
Grant me new life. The end.
Quake.
ओके अब मुश्किल होने वाली है।
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are.
My journeys will not end here. I will must find my brother.
Your brother. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
अब मेरे पास कोई आएगा, जल्दी आ जाओ बचाने के लिए मुझे। कोई तो बचाओ मेरे को। मर गया मैं बस। खत्म कहानी, कर लो रेस्ट। चल जा मेरे भाई, कितना लोडिंग करेगा। आ गया। ओह व्हाट, ओह वो पिल्ला मेरे को ही दिखा रहा था। What was all that? Huh?
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere
What?
out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
वो पिल्ला
The news
हेलुसिनेट
is
कर रहा
that
था हम
she's
लोग
still
को.
conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first.
What the hell? वो पिल्ला मुझे उससे पूछना पड़ेगा वो क्या किया मेरे को.
Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
After seeing the acting given the semi-conscious happy chef some water and fruit juice.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
No. Shona.
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
Okay. वो अबे सैलेड वाला मेरा दिमाग से अभी भी नहीं जा रहा है. वो पता नहीं क्या कंफ्यूजन पैदा कर दिया वो पिल्ले की वजह से ही हो रहा है मुझे लग रहा है. उसने कुछ तो दिखाया मेरे को.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Little round creature, kind of like a cabbage.
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Yup. उसी ने मुझे को थोड़ा बहुत चक्का में डाल दिया.
Wait, hold on a second, traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon.
ओ भाई साहब
I know
क्या
this
बात कर
because
रहे
the
हो?
first time I saw them was also the exact day
Dendro
my
Archon-
consciousness was able to form a
डेंडो
connection with
ऑर्कन के पास
Irmin's
इतने
soul.
बढ़िया क्रीचर्स हैं जो
Even
सपना दिखा
after I
सकते हैं.
opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity,
ओ जैसे
I began
जैसे
to walk
जैंगलिंग के
over to
पास
the
एक छोटा
creature.
सा वो
They
क्या
must
बोलती है
have
पोबा
already been
बोलती है
used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind
और
me
ईटो के पास
approaching
वो है
them.
मुंह
They just kept doing whatever they were
ऊसा.
up to.
वैसे ही हो
It
सकता है
wasn't
डेंडो
until
ऑर्कन
I
के पास ये
crouched
हो.
down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And
हो सकता है.
then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
What a fascinating creatures. Sound like a good neighbor.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsoul.
हाँ. पहले खा ले कुछ.
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier. Anyway, looks like
कुछ
we'll
बना
need to
सकते हैं हम
prepare
लोग।
something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too.
कुछ बनाते
Let's
हैं।
eat first and talk about Irminsul later.
कुछ बनाते हैं।
All right, we're
Sounds
चलो। Make some food by fireside. हाँ, लेकिन ये फायर तो चल ही नहीं रही है। मुझे फायर क्रीचर चाहिए और इसके लिए मुझे इसको चेंज करना पड़ेगा। और इसके लिए मुझे चाहिए ज़ाइलिंग।
just sharpen my spear.
ला दे। यप। Cook some dishes over the fire.
All done. Let's use the empty box.
ओ भाई आग लग गई, कुछ ज़्यादा ही आग लग गई।
We already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
Okay. Food that you have specifically prepared for Hypatia. The box contains sweet madame and radish veggie soup. After a delicious meal together, you tell Hypatia about connecting with.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn Ale for the first time.
Irminsul.
It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn Ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul,
अभी तक इसका नाम नहीं बताया गया।
occasionally tap into her
हर कोई
powers
इसको
to peer into the
डेंडो
depths of the
आर्कॉन ही बोल
earth.
रहा है, पूरा नाम नहीं बोल रहा है। मतलब किसी को पता भी नहीं कि डेंडो आर्कॉन है कौन। वैसे किसी को भी नहीं पता है कि असल में आर्कॉन है कौन। वो हम लोग को जर्नी में ही पता चलेगा कि उसका नाम क्या है। नहीं तो सब ऐसे ही बोलेंगे डेंडो आर्कॉन। आई थिंक आई अंडरस्टैंड। सॉरी यू लॉस्ट मी देयर।
Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn Ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa. You're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must... If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful. or that doing so will leave my
Abyss.
consciousness intact.
पता नहीं
I
पाइमोन
am
थोड़ी
currently in the
सस्पिशियस
stage of
लगती है मेरे
training
को.
known as Satyavada
हालांकि
life.
बहुत लोग को लगती है, लेकिन
Many
फिर भी मुझे
researchers in
मुझे कुछ
Sumeru
ज़्यादा ही
have lost
सस्पिशियस
their
लग रही है.
minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa! So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor
Remind
logical.
me of the dream I saw from the Aranara. पता नहीं है.
Yes, if one struggles with anxiety, those emotions can influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recalled the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So,
सिटी वैसे भी जाने वाले हैं बहुत
thoughts
जल्दी.
about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for
क्या
you.
बोल गई?
If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me.
Thanks, Hypatia.
There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Okay, we continue chatting before settle down for a good night's rest.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okay. अब शायद मेरी अगली जर्नी होगी शायद हपीशा हिरोसु शेमुरु सुमेरु. हाँ, सुमेरु सिटी हम लोग शायद जाएंगे इस बार. अगली बार क्या इसके बाद ही शायद. ओके. ओ मैं यहाँ पे टेलीपोर्ट कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन अभी नहीं जाना मेरे को. पहले अभी यहाँ चलते हैं.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand.
ये कौन है?
I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering
गुलाम.
zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem?
गुलाम.
As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen
ये
to
हिंदी नाम है.
Tainari's reason for
ऐसे
declining.
गुलाम मतलब एक तरह
We're
से
here to
servant होता है.
invite him to the academia, not to cause a scene.
दास.
Sage
होता है, दास.
Kage,
Servant
I
नहीं
am
उसको.
truly
हाँ servant ही
honored
बोलेंगे एक
that you
तरह से.
came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well,
Ajay.
it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's
तो
reputation.
ये सब हो सकता है cities में
He
रहते
is a
हो.
renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
Kage.
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City.
हाँ
that is.
अगली जर्नी हमारी
And
समय
how
सिटी में
long
होने
will I
वाली
be
है.
required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
बात क्या हुई इन लोग में? मैं ध्यान ही नहीं दिया. ओह नोटिस किया. नोटिस किया. नोटिस तो किया.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me
भाई
to
कोई
go
ड्रेस दे दे यार.
Sumeru
कब से
City
वही
to
पहनी हुई
assist them
है.
with the project.
चेंज तो कर.
But I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Hello.
Let me think.
My trip.
My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a
Amrita.
researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information.
अमृता
Asking
दर्शन.
him might prove worthwhile.
ये दर्शन बोल रहे हैं.
Also, when you enter Sumeru
Yeah.
City, you'll probably end up receiving something
American
like this
accent
item
भाई.
here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a
Akasha
tool
Terminal.
produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise. So I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City!
Yep.
Oh, but wait. Before that...
We need to say goodbye to Kohli.
That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave.
Kohli.
Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path
Okay.
towards
Kohli
the
के मिलने
North
के बाद हम लोग
Crossing.
समझ
She
सिटी जाने
knew you
वाले
two
हैं.
would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell.
बहुत. Okay, let's go. मिलते हैं. कहाँ है भैया? किरण
Never
वाघमरे
mind. I guess I
प्रोनाउंसिएशन
should
का
just wish
फ़ायदा
you
है
two a safe and
टिंगनारी के
successful
नाम पे
journey.
बवाल
Thanks
मचा
for
दिया
waiting
था
here just to see us off,
सिमेरू
Kale.
फर्स्ट
We're
वीक में
headed to Sumeru City.
होते तो है भाई, प्रोनाउंसिएशन का फ़ायदा है, काफ़ी ज़्यादा फ़ायदा है, क्योंकि इंडियन एक्सेंट और अमेरिकन एक्सेंट अलग अलग होता है। लेकिन सही बात है कि इंडियन नाम्स जो हैं कुछ लोग जैसे अमेरिकन में अलग 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 तरीके से बोलते हैं और हम लोग इंडियंस उसको अलग तरीके से बोलते हैं। तो बस वही है, प्रोनाउंसिएशन का फ़ायदा है। प्रोनाउंसिएशन फ़ायदा नहीं, प्रोनाउंसिएशन ही ऐसी है हम लोग की कि हम लोग कुछ और बोलते हैं, वो लोग कुछ और बोलते हैं, लेकिन दोनों का मतलब एक ही है। प्लीज़ टेक केयर ऑफ़ योरसेल्फ कॉले।
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both
okay.
about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy.
Oh,
But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you.
okay. What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets.
Oh,
I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
of course we will.
Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
सिर्फ 2 दिन हुआ मुझे आए हुए और यहाँ पे हमारी जर्नी ख़त्म होती है गंडाविलम में हमारी जर्नी कंप्लीट होती है। ओके, एक सेकेंड, उससे पहले यू फॉलो जस्ट क्वेस्ट। ओके, नहीं उससे पहले कुछ नहीं। देखो अब कहाँ जाना है, यहाँ जाना है ना। पर इससे पहले मैं ये सब ऑन करना चाहता हूँ, ठीक है? तो ये सब मैं ऑफलाइन ऑन करूँगा और ये सब भी घूमते घूमते, वैसे ये तो रह जाएगा ये सब, लेकिन बाकी सब मैं ऑन कर लूँगा ऑफलाइन। ठीक है गाइस, और हम लोग मिलते हैं थोड़ी देर बाद स्पाइडरमैन के साथ। तब तक के लिए चैप्स, अगर लाइव स्ट्रीम पसंद आई लाइक कर देना, सब्सक्राइब कर देना चैनल को अगर अभी तक नहीं किया है। तो मैं मिलता हूँ आप लोग को गनशिन इम्पैक्ट के नेक्स्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम में, पर उससे पहले हम लोग थोड़ा एक्सपेक्टेशन रिवॉर्ड ले ले। इसको मैं ऑफलाइन करूँगा, आज रात को मैं खेलूँगा क्योंकि मेरे पास वैसे भी कल संडे है तो मेरे पास टाइम ही टाइम है। और स्पाइडरमैन तो इसके जस्ट बाद होगा, थोड़ा मैं खाना वाना खा के आ जाऊँ उसके बाद।
The rain has stopped. Come with me. Let's pick some matsutake. Add astro.
वेट गाइस, वेट कुछ जो सारा सिमरू भी आ गया है कुछ। उफ, ये क्या है? पीच, ये किस तरह का कैबेज है? हरा फ्रूट। ओके, तो यहाँ पे लगा के देखे क्या सिमरू में कुछ लग सकता है तो। हाँ, ओके, एम्बर को लगा देते हैं इसमें। बाकी कमीशन मुझे करना ही है तो उसको मैं अभी ऑफलाइन करता हूँ। ठीक है जब तब तक के लिए लाइक करना मत भूलना, सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना, और मैं मिलता हूँ हम लोग को गनशिन इम्पैक्ट के नेक्स्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम में। चैप्स, लव यू ऑल, टेक केयर एंड गुड बाय।
If
there's nothing better to do, we could go foraging for ingredients.
और मिलते हैं थोड़ी देर में स्पाइडरमैन के साथ।